Hello all. We're going to be covering the last bit of information here in Darkspace just before we get into the actual game. We're going to go ahead and log in, and we're going to set ourselves to a way so no one bothers us. And as I promised, we're going to cover the browser tab up here. There's a bunch of information here. We're going to try and cover it all as quickly as we can. Alright, so we start off in the home screen, which is up here in the blue diamond home. We also have news, which is the general news for Darkspace. And then we have our forums. We'll cover that quickly. Here's a list of the different topics. And start off here on the bottom, WKA, that's my fleet. So that's going to be visible to me because I'm in that fleet. EXS and MOA. These two fleets have their forums unlocked so we can view them, anybody can view them. Most other fleets have their forum locked, so you're not going to even be able to see them in the forum list here. So you'll be able to see Darkspace events. These other ones are staff member only. They're going to be locked. And some of the most common ones are Soapbox and Discussion English. On the right hand side, right here where it says latest topics, there's a whole list of stuff here. These are the most recent forum posts, the most very recent ones. Some ships I've been working out. This one somebody just posted, and it goes straight to the top of the list here. And once new posts are made, this will keep dropping down, unless someone posts in there, and then it'll go back to the top. Also up here we have the downloads button. So we'll go ahead and click on that, and the staff, the administrators, whatever they decide to put in there for downloads is what we're going to see. So we have the Darkspace client itself, and just kind of keep an eye on this. As Darkspace is updated, you'll be able to download the updates, or you can just download the most recent client. We have wallpaper and graphics, sound, music, chat logs, utilities, and you can just kind of go down that list and review it as you want. Up top we have profile, so I click on this, and this is going to view my profile. Of course, when you click on it, it's going to view your profile. And up top, at the top of your profile page, the first thing you'll see is ranking. You can go ahead and click on that, and it's going to show the rank list and what number you fall in under. And it's going to view your badges down here at the bottom. And you can also click on, when you click on like prestige, which is your overall rank, it's going to bring you to the player rankings list, and you'll be able to see where you fall. So I'm at 237. And over here on the left hand side, the subcategories, you see all these different things that are in your profile that you can click on. For example, like I click on repair, and it'll start off with the number one person, who's Dorn, and it's 193,329. We can click on their name, and it's going to bring us to their profile, and we can just kind of view a little bit about them and see how they're doing. And then we got back and forward and refresh. So we'll start off down here on the left hand side. We also have a profile button. Oh, I'm sorry, going back to the profile window, we can look at our order history, and we can manage our subscription. So we click on that, and it's going to show me subscription, Darkspace monthly, and this is how many credits I get because I pay the $9.99 per month. And it'll just show you, you know, when you first started paying, you know, what the date was, just me back in 2002, and the last time that you made a payment, and how many days are left in your subscription, and the fact that I'm active, and it's going to list off a few of the last payments that I made. You can click on unsubscribe, little PayPal emblem there. Also, redeem coupons. Sometimes with events that I host or other staff members host, they'll give you a coupon as a prize, and you'll get it in your email, a code, and you can enter your code in here to redeem it, and you'll get credits. Add it to your account. You can edit your profile. This is where your player name, your email, you can make it so it's viewable by the public or not. Your ICQ, you can just enter in different information about yourself, the location that you're at. This box right here is for your signature. You can change your password, and then you click on save your changes. And here you can also reset your rank, which is going to take all of the prestige that you gain from playing and reset everything back to 0. You get to keep your account ID number. It doesn't change your name or email address. It just sets all those points, prestige that you gain from in-game. It's going to reset everything back to 0. Some people like to do this when they get high up in the rank, if they're just, you know, really bored and they want to start from scratch. Okay, so we're going to go down and click on Fleet. I'm in a Fleet WKA, so I'll be able to show you what you can, different things that you can do when you're in a fleet. If you're the fleet administrator, you can click on Edit. This is where you can change your fleet name, your fleet tag, which is the abbreviation for your fleet. Go in the chat window here. So here I am right here, the abbreviation WKA. That's what the fleet tag is. And I have a fleet motto, which is a little saying that I came up with. Different fleets put in different things. Fleet home, if you guys have a web page, you can put in your web page here. The faction is for the metaverse, UGTO, ICC, or Cluth, depending on which of the 3 factions you want your fleet to fly. So I'm UGTO, which means that my fleet members, when they join the metaverse, they're unable to fly ICC or Cluth. They're pretty much stuck with UGTO. If you want to fly a different faction, you have to go to the other server, scenario server we call it, and then you can fly any faction that you want. This is where you check and uncheck the box for your fleet forms to make it private or public, and you can close your fleet so no one can be enlisted. And then of course the option to create the fleet, and down here at the bottom you have your fleet rules, requirements. You can go ahead and read that on your own. I'm not going to read it, it's going to take too much time. Okay, and you can click on log out to log out of your account. If you want to log in with a different account, we'll go ahead and go back in. Just wanted to show you that. My super long password here. Okay, and you can also click on again forget password, and you'll go through the screen to have it email your password to you or reset your password. Okay, we'll go ahead and click on online store. This is going to bring you to a little page where you can purchase credits, and we work through PayPal right now. You click on order history in the top right here, and if you've ordered anything, it'll show up there. Click on home. It's the same as clicking on home up here. About, just give you a little information about Darkspace. News is the same as clicking on news up here. Forums, again, the same as clicking up here. let's actually look at the forums real quick. Some people have questions about how to post, and so we'll go ahead and scroll on down. Something I'm working on right now, so we'll just pop in here, tactics and new players. We'll click on that. Alright, tutorial videos for new players. The purple folders here, these are sticky topics. They'll stay at the top of the list. The regular topics are down here on the folder. If they have flames on them, that means there's a lot of posts. A little lock symbol means that it's locked and you can't reply to it. We'll go ahead and click on this. So go ahead and read the forum post here, and you scroll down and you'll see that you can reply to a topic. So you can only do this when you're logged into an account. So you go ahead and type up a reply, and got some checkboxes here, and you click on submit, and it's going to go ahead and submit the post that you just made and put it at the bottom of the list here. Different things that you can do, Challenger. Since I made this post, I can go here and there's some options here: email, edit, quote, IP. I can click on the edit and it'll allow me to edit the post that I've made. I can change the subject title. That's if you're the original one who made up the forum topic here. I can also click on quote right here, and it's going to allow me to quote this person's post. And you can just kind of experiment with the different things. I have some other options here, like this checkbox. I can come down here and lock the topic. I can make it sticky. I can delete the topic. I can send the post to a different form. This is because I am listed right here as one of the moderators for the forum, so I can do different things. If you're a fleet administrator, let me show you here. Fleet administrator, when you bring up your forum, that's kind of weird for some reason, it won't let me log into it. But when you're fleet administrator, when you log into the forum, you're able to do different things like lock the topics and change them, delete them, and do different things. So you can kind of experiment with that on your own time. Okay, so over here on the left hand side under forums here, next I'm going to do screenshots, different images. You can click on one, it'll enlarge it. You can just click on the picture and it'll get rid of it. Okay, we have downloads, the download page, which is the same as the button up here, just the different downloads for Darkspace. Links, the Darkspace staff has a list of links for important things related to Darkspace. They put on this page. Events. Generally, the events that are going to be listed are the developer meetings right now. Sometimes you'll see other events posted when people host different events. If the staff approves of it, it'll be put into the event list. Okay, next we have servers, which we have two main servers for Darkspace. Hydra is the metaverse, and we go ahead and click on that, and it's going to show all the different servers for the game. These aren't planets, these are solar systems. All these different triangles here. Let me scroll down. The different colors are represented by UGTO, ICC, Cluth. Pirates and MI are AI fleets. Players aren't allowed to join them. Artificial intelligence. Let's see, one of the popular systems here. We'll check out R33. You scroll down, and these are all the different planets within R33. And they have them listed out down here. There's different information about the different planets and systems. It's a pretty decent sized list. And we'll click on back, and this is the scenario server. This changes every so often. The metaverse doesn't change, it stays the same. Scenario is a time-based server. You either capture all the planets for one, like ICC example. For example, excuse me, ICC captures all the planets, the flagged planets, and the scenario will reset and it'll give you a different map. Or when the map runs out of time, it'll reset and then you'll get a different map. Okay, so over here on the left-hand side, you can click on rankings, and the main page will be the overall rank. And right now the #1 player is Flash. He has the most amount of prestige than any other player in the game. And we can click on the subcategories. Prestige, which is the overall amount. Kills, for example. The player with the most amount of kills out of any other player is Stevie YK. 16,805. Again, we can also click on his name and it'll bring us to his profile page if you just wanted to view it for some reason. Up here on the right, you can go to different pages. 3001. There you go, different players. Okay. And you can just kind of go down the list of different subcategories here. You can scroll all the way down. Alright, so that's rankings. Fleet rankings are, you have your 3 factions, UGTO, ICC, and Cluth. Fleet rankings are the fleets, and the fleet with the most amount of overall points slash prestige is Renegades, Space Marines, also known as RSM, and it just lists their overall score, just their prestige, how many members are in the fleet, the average prestige per player in the fleet, and then which faction they fly for in the metaverse. You can drop down the list. There's 71 fleets in the game right now. Not all fleets are active. Some are very active. You'll just have to kind of ask around if you want to join a fleet and find out which ones are worth joining and which aren't. Okay, and next down in the list, you click on fleets, and it breaks it down into the 3 factions. This is UGTO, and 22 fleets, and it just lists, which ones for UGTO, ICC, and Cluth. And then there's the pirate faction and MI. These are the AI factions. Right here in the list, you can click on the fleet's name, and it's going to bring you to the fleet detail page. Over here on the top right, you'll see where it says Join Fleet. You can click on that if you're not in a fleet, and it'll allow you to join it. What you'll do is be listed as a recruit right here, and you'll see it'll be red, and it'll be up to the fleet administrator to click on you and recruit you into the fleet. So this is the players that are in the fleet. You can click on their name, it'll bring you to their profile page. You can review it. This score here is their overall prestige and their rank. And just some of the fleet information here. Okay, next on the list, the manual. This is the game manual. You click on these different categories here. It'll just bring you to the information. And you can read it on your own time. There's a lot of stuff in there. Documents. There's a lot of stuff here too. Gameplay, for example. Gameplay guide beta. Click on that. It'll bring you to the different information for gameplay beta. Let's see. Next is history. Some people ask about the history of Darkspace. Of course, this is all made up stuff, but it's a very interesting storyline if you want to, if you're really bored and you have some downtime. and you want to do a bunch of reading. This has all the different elements of Darkspace written in by volunteer staff members. So we'll click on this, and it'll generally, there's just stuff written out here to give you a background on the different factions and fleets and the AI players, just pretty much everything involved with Darkspace. Okay, let's scroll down here. Alright, under history we have support. Okay, this is the support page. It'll just frequently asked questions here. You can click on that and give you some information here. Okay, there's support ticket. We'll click on that. Right here at the top, you can create a ticket if you're running into a problem in the game. Here's the different categories: harassment, rules and policies, technical support, billing and account, and other issues. So if we have a billing question, for example, if we're having a problem subscribing to Darkspace, like we make the payment but we're not receiving credits, you go ahead and click here and you can type in, I am paying for the account but not receiving credits. Okay, so you type that in there as the subject, and then you can type in any details down here, and then submit the ticket. And when the administrators, moderators, or staff members log on, they'll be able to review your ticket and do some researching and come up with a solution to your problem, and they'll respond to you. Okay, the staff button on the left hand side here, it's going to list out the staff members, starting with the administrators at the top. Faustus is the guy who came up with Darkspace. He's a very nice guy. Sometimes he logs into the lobby, you're able to talk to him. You can send him messages and emails. He'll respond to you most of the time. He is a very busy person though. Yeah, we have the moderators. Some moderators are developers and editors. Some are moderators and developers. Some are just moderators. And apparently some are moderators and editors. And then we have the developer team. Something I want to point out to everybody who's looking at these videos: these are volunteers, including me right here. We don't get paid. This is completely 100% volunteer. You need to fit certain requirements to be enlisted into the staff family, and it's pretty much on our downtime we log in to help out. So just want to let you guys know that. Over here on the left hand side, volunteer, you can go ahead and click on that, and you can see the different requirements there are for being a developer, being a moderator, administrator, all the different elements, staff members in the game here. So if you fit the requirements, you can request to become a staff member if you wanted. Rules of conduct right here in the bold letters, the different rules of the game as far as etiquette, gameplay, lobby, everything. There's a lot of information listed here. If you get into trouble, this moderator, administrator will say, hey, you need to look up the rules of conduct, or will cite specific sections of the rules of conduct. One of the most popular ones, I think, is 3.1, Code of Conduct for Players. Pretty much a blanket statement for swearing, harassment, all sorts of stuff. Okay, the wiki is one of the most recent things in Darkspace here. I don't know if the concept was brought up by Dorn or Pantheon, or I should say Mercenary Twister, or Pantheon, or administrators. But anyway, different players of the game, not just staff members, but regular players as well, have been helping out to put in different wiki pages. Anybody's able to submit pages for review to be posted here. Anybody can do it. Suggestions is a pretty neat tool here. You can put in a suggestion that you have for the game. For example, here's one right here. They made the suggestion and it pops down as a vote. People can vote on it. Excuse me. Where did it go? Here it is. So you put down a suggestion, make the description, put down your email address, and then you post the idea. And then a staff member will review it, and other players can review it and vote on it. Development log, bold letters right here. It's pretty important. You click on that, and it brings you to where certain things are in the development phase. You're not going to see these options up here. They're only here because I'm a staff member. But 1.692 is listed as release, which means it's been released into the regular game. 1.7 is in the beta phase, which means it's either at the very end of being discussed by the administrator developer team, or it's been released in the beta server already, and you're able, as a player, you're able to log in and test the ideas, that the different things here. Planned features, the alpha phase is purely in being talked about between the administrators and developers. Hasn't been released in beta or anything. It's just purely written concept at this point. Scrolling down here. Okay, update beta profile. You have two different profiles when you first activate your account. You have your regular profile, which is your regular playtime metaverse and scenario servers, and then the beta server is a different aspect of Darkspace. Your profile, you'll have to click on that link and then go copy your profile to beta, which copies your regular profile over to the beta server, so that your rank is moved from one place to another. It does not affect your rank in the regular gaming server, so there's no need to worry about that. Just switches it over to beta. Okay, and that's about it on the left hand side. The administrators, don't have to worry about that. You're not going to have access to that. So over here on the right hand side, again, we already covered what the latest topics are. Development blog. This is pretty cool. This lists different things that are released, not necessarily the versions. Like, okay, what I'm trying to say is, like, 1.7 right here is what's in the beta phase right now, but different like patch releases don't necessarily have to be in a 1.7 beta release. There can be little things that are released. For example, the most recent thing is give credits. Before, you could only give credits when you were in game. You could transfer credits from one player to another. Well, recently, Backslash, aka Pantheon, wrote the code so that people can transfer credits now from the profile page. So when we're in the chat screen, right click on somebody, left click on their profile, and then up here at the top it'll say give credits, and we can go ahead and type in a credit amount and then click on give credits. It'll ask if you're sure you want to do that. Just click yes or no, you change your mind. So since he just wrote the code for that and released it, it's listed right here at the top of the development blog. You can go ahead and do that. The second most recent thing are the ship tiers that are being worked on, and you can click on that and read the forum post. It'll talk about the different ship tiers. So you can kind of go down the list and look at the different things here. And then further down are the upcoming events, which again, there's pretty much nothing except for the developer meetings. Little search bar here, anniversaries, Facebook and Twitter, and that's pretty much it. So that's all we have for now. Go ahead and look for, oh, one more thing here, server cost target. This is one of the new things that were just put into Darkspace. Again, by Pantheon. Some of the players requested that we as players be able to view how close we are to meeting the server costs every month. People were just curious about it and want to help Darkspace, and they want to give money and help out. So we're able to see the percentage to meeting the monthly requirements. It's reset on the 1st of every month. Right now it's February 8th, and we're at 56% of the server requirements, or the cost requirements, which is pretty cool. So now we can review that and know where we stand. And then above that are the daily screenshots. This is changed daily. You can just look at different screenshots that are posted. So that's it for the browser tab. I hope it helps you new players, and go ahead and look for other videos posted by me for tutorials, and thanks for listening.